Our next speaker is actually a personal friend of mine who I've known for about a year. He's also a really terrific person, but the difference between he's going to be talking the art about making money. Is that good? Yeah. Okay, so he's from Germany, living in the UK. He's a stock market millionaire and philanthropist, and retired at the age of 35. Give it up for Juergen!
Thank you very much. Many of you know me as a stock market millionaire, but it hasn't always been that way. I had to learn a lot, and I came a long way until I was really able to be here at the stage where I am today. Now, let me talk to you about my mission. And my mission is to financially liberate 1 million people in the world. And I want you to become financially free so that you can focus on what matters in your life rather than trading your time to make a living. And so let's talk about the art of making money. Making money indeed is an art. And it can be learned like every other art. Like if you want to have a beautiful painting and you learn how to brush, or if you play the cello, which is what I did when I was young, and all of a sudden you train and train, and you create that beautiful symphony, or you're able to play that beautiful symphony, or you are able to paint some of this masterpiece behind me. And if you really want to become a master in what you're doing, you will find the best of the best and learn from them and make sure that you get everything that it takes to be successful in your field. As Emma said before, my name is Juergen Pallien. I now have 20 years of experience in trading, or more than 20 years of experience in trading, and I retired in 2015 at the age of only 35. Who of you would like to retire at 35 or earlier and make a lot of money every month? Does that sound good? Awesome. So you're in the right place. I will tell you how. I invested around 300,000 euro in my own stock market education, and that doesn't include anything of the personal development that I did. I'm a serial entrepreneur, property investor, and trader from Germany originally, now living in the United Kingdom, where I met my wonderful wife. And she was always deep into properties because she was very adamant about the stock market. So what we did after I told her about my strategies and what I do in the stock market is that rather than chasing investors for equity to finance our projects, we now use the stock market to create the equity ourselves. If we could all agree that there are three things in life, the first thing are the things that we already know. This is what brought us where we are today. The second type of things are the things that we don't know yet. And the third type of things would be the things that we don't even know that we don't know them. And that's usually where the money is. For example, most people don't know that you can get a rental income out of stocks. So if you know that now, that you can get that, you're head and shoulders above everyone else that just doesn't know about it and they never heard about it. And yes, I said the bad word, stock market. Isn't that all risky? People keep telling that it can crash, it's so risky, you cannot win, it's a big casino, it's all about gambling. Any one of you ever heard about anything about that in the stock market? Yeah, most of you. But think about it, who are the people that are telling these things? It's either people that went into the stock market uneducated, they didn't know what they do and therefore they lost some money, or the second type of people, and that's the majority, that are people that never have done a single trade in their life. But they feel they can advise you on how risky it is. And if you see the guy in the back with his harness and the rope, he found a way on how to climb that mountain safely. If you want to go to your financial top, you will find strategies that are working very well and that are very secure. It's like having a crystal ball that tells you something about the future. Did you know, for example, that there are trades that are working for 40 years straight, and they are doing the exactly same thing year over year for more than 40 years now? Now, there's never a guarantee that it will work in year 41, but the probability seems to be very, very high if something does the same 40 years over and over again. Wouldn't you agree? Yes? One of the most recent examples where I used exactly same strategy is a company called Procter & Gamble. Here in the US, you're very familiar with them. They are doing all these shampoo and shower gels. And my students and I, and that's a kind of a challenge what I started, where I took 10,000 in a fresh account and I traded to 1 million. And I do it over and over again. I publicly document it, and I show people exactly how to do the same thing. And we made 106% within just 3 days. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Thank you. And whether you know it or not, but you're already professional traders, because most of you trade either their time for money or they trade goods in order to get money or to get some other goods as well. So trading now works for more than 5,000 years, as long as we know it, and that's the reason why all the big nations that are successful and rich over the centuries, they all were heavily into trading. You heard it from Michael Douglas yesterday. He obviously is a big fan of compounding. He mentioned it 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And it's not only Michael Douglas that loves compounding, it's other people as well. For example, one of the people is our chief artist, Albert Einstein. He said compounding is the strongest force in the universe, and it's the 8th wonder of the world. So what is compounding? Compounding is when you take an amount of money, you put it into the stock market or in any other investment, and you get some interest rate on it. You take the interest rate, you reinvest it, you get more interest, you reinvest it again, reinvest it again, reinvest it again, until the little bit, tiny bit of money that you once took becomes a huge, giant pile of money. And that's the place you want to be in. That's a personal example where I use compounding because I'm a big fan of it too. I told my students that this Maserati in the back is the next car that I will buy. And I could have done it immediately because I had the money, but that would have eliminated my net worth because I take the money, buy it, then it's gone. What I did instead is I took the money, I put it into the stock market, I used compounding, reinvested it, and after 3 months, I doubled my money, and then I could buy the same car from my earnings rather than from my net worth. And then I put my name on it and thank you. And the name of the company, because every time when I go into that car, I want to be reminded of my mission to financially liberate 1 million people. So that's why you find the license plates with the company logo and the company name on it. Michael Jackson sung that it is as easy as ABC and as simple as 1, 2, 3. And as part of my charitable mission, I educated 13-year-olds in the United Kingdom to trade the exact same things that I teach my adult clients. And they are killing it. Their portfolio is up 80% over the last 2 months. 8-0. And if 13-year-olds can do it, you certainly can do too. If you got no time, hey, then that's perfect. Then trading is for you. Because if you can invest 15 minutes a day, you can get started and you can exactly do the same strategies than these 13-year-olds or all of my students. And it only takes you 4 days to learn it. Can you invest 15 minutes a day? Yes. If the answer is no, I bet you spend 15 minutes on the bathroom and you could even start making money there rather than checking your Facebook posts or anything else. What the stock market gives you on average is a 10% return year over year. If you take an amount of money like 10,000, something you see in the hand of that guy, and you keep on reinvesting it, after 25 years, you will have an end result of 108,000 something, and you could buy a nice fancy car for it. Or you get more educated, you get more trained, and then you will be able to find the better stocks in the market. And if you're able to do so, you easily can do 25% year over year. That would be companies like Facebook, like Google, like Amazon, like Apple. They did even more than 50% over the last 5 years, every year, not over 5 years combined. If you get a real master in your field and you get the right strategies and you apply them over and over again, you can even go up to 50% every year, year over year. If you start with the very same $10,000 and you keep on reinvesting and reinvesting, after 25 years, you would end up at the incredible sum of 252 million. And you could buy your own Necker Island. Who of you would love to have his own island? So this is the way to do it. All it takes is for you to take action. So the 3 key takeaways from today are: get educated, learn how to trade because it's the most rewarding profession in the world that we know, and free your time so you can concentrate on the things that are important for you. Let me end with a small little present for you. In the back, you see a mysterious stock, and that stock does the same thing every year, pretty much. It starts at the beginning of March, then it runs until May. It does pretty much nothing over the summertime, and then at around the middle of October, it starts again to run up until the end of December. And if you learn how to trade that, and you apply some risk management parameters on it, and you do it the right way, you will end up, and that's for the lazy people in the room. Any lazy people here in the room? Perfect. Because you only have to trade twice a year, and you will end up with 120 million if you put it in Excel, and you will see how rewarding trading can be. So if you want to find out more, make sure you meet me. And we had a lot of great speakers today, and we only can give you so much content. So make sure you look them all up, and you get the nuggets and the wisdom out of them to improve your life and your business. Thank you very much. Thank you.